chicken, chicken heads, chicken, chicken, chicken heads, chicken, chicken, chicken heads, chicken, chicken, chicken heads, chicken, chicken, chicken heads.
All right, welcome to the Whateva podcast on U Choice Radio every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today we have a great guest with us, Sir Lance Woods. He's a comedian, actor, and I think you even do a little bit with the Sacramento and with NBC Sports. So it's an honor to have you. We appreciate it. We'll let you give you a self-introduction.
Hey, I appreciate y'all. I play for the Kings.
Play for the Kings.
No, I play for the Kings. That's a secret I don't like to tell everybody. Yeah, it's a long story. But they saved me for the playoffs. So as soon as we get in the playoffs, so
I ain't never going to the
secret weapon, huh?
As soon as we in, they're gonna put me in. It's gonna be crazy. Streets been.
Oh, so you was gonna opt into the bubble? You was gonna opt into the bubble though?
Yeah, I was on my way to the bubble. I was getting COVID tested and I was just waiting.
Hell no,
Didn't work out.
You got a good
But
one.
next year is always next year.
You're always gonna have that with the Kings. So I wanted to know a little bit, like, how'd you get into being a comedian and acting? Like, I've seen you on social media myself as a fan. I'm like, this dude funny. I showed my wife, like, look at this. So it's like, how'd you get started? Like, you the real deal. I think you funny. So just tell a little bit about your background, how you got into it.
Appreciate it. I'm trying to see who's talking.
That's me. With
Yellow sweater.
Yeah, Dapper was talking, right? Yeah, it was frozen. So his face had stopped, and I was looking. And then one picture was going back to Cowboys baby pictures. And then my man Chris just got the sweater on looking like an Abercrombie and Fitch model just chilling.
You know what I'm saying?
I knew it wasn't him. I actually started comedy. So I got started in church. I went from church to the comedy clubs, then the comedy clubs. It's like an underground world. You start to get into that and start to take you other places. You start meeting other comics, and it kind of shot from there. And then probably like maybe we'll call it 4 years ago, I started to get real consistent with the online stuff. Because initially a lot of comics was trying to like fight the online stuff. Like they didn't want to, or I could say we didn't want to do it, because doing comedy online is a totally different thing from live stand-up. So, but it was just like you started to see the results from it, the benefits from it. So you started to see people get really successful, grow these really large fan bases from the things they was doing online. So it's like at some point you're gonna just talk about how much you don't want to do it, and the game is gonna pass you by, or you're gonna figure it out.
With that being said, which one do you think that you feel better? Like more so the internet or the stand-up itself?
Oh, stand-up for sure. I do the things on the internet primarily to get people to come see me live. Everything I do is to get people to see me live. That's what I started. That was my dream, was to be a stand-up comedian. So everything else is a product of that. Movies, TV stuff, all of that stems from stand-up comedy. Even the King stuff is like they saw me from doing things online, but before that, players had seen me do live stand-up. They had been to shows. Some of them have been to shows. So it all works together, but stand-up is what started it all, what sparked it all. It's the foundation for it all.
So
I said we was actually talking to somebody. He did comedy, whatever. But he was talking about how there's so many barriers to it where you can't really be yourself. You know what I'm saying? So he kind of took the internet route. Did you find yourself running into them barriers also?
No, not in that way. I feel like it's. I'll say anything on stage. I'll say anything on stage. If I believe in it or if I find it to be funny and it's what I want to say. But I'm a lot more careful about what I say online.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, I feel like the barriers for me at least are in reverse. Just because there's always more eyes watching. The platform is bigger online because online travel is different.
Yeah.
And it's there forever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If I say something live in front of, let's say let's say I'm doing a massive crowd, right? Kevin Hart crowd.
Yes.
50,000 people, right? I probably got 90,000 followers online between all of the sites, 100,000 followers. So it's still not even half of that.
Yeah.
Of the people. And then when they get to sharing stuff and they go over here and it bounce over here, it's too much. And everybody has an opinion online. So the comments turn into a whole nother world. When I'm on stage, the only opinion that matters is mine. It's like I have the microphone. Online, everybody has a microphone.
Right.
And most people don't need a microphone. They don't got shit to say.
Facts. He's trying to be part of something.
They want to be heard. They want to be part of something. But then when they say it, you like, we didn't need that.
Yeah.
If I bet you didn't say that.
Life was okay before you said that shit. That did not push forward thinking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's fact. So I know you are good friends with Tony Roberts. So I went into comedian wormhole, and that's kind of how I think I found you. We interviewed Freeze Love, and we got lucky enough to speak to Lunel. So we were just trying to get in the circle, the ether. And how did you become friends with him? And how does networking broker your success in the comedian game?
It's a candy cigarette. I just picked it up and thought it would look good for the interview. I thought I looked cool, like asking the question, like.
Yeah, you gotta do the two fingers.
You got the red tip like it's on fire back in the day.
Where did you find that?
I had to order them online. It was just for a prop.
Man, I was like, this man, he pulled out a cigarette. I'm like, hey, I appreciate it, man.
I've never smoked in my life. I don't know if I'm doing it right or wrong. I'm just doing it.
I'm like, is this?
Yeah, it's all about looking cool. It's all about looking cool when you do it. Shoot, especially with the kids.
Feel like we was in the '60s when you got some yak. It'd be 12.
Just spinning it around real quick. Some scotch.
Hey, watch how dope this part is. So, ask that again.
I was asking about.
You gotta have the legs crossed too. In the 60s and shit.
No, so what actually happened, what's funny is Tony just called me and I didn't answer because I'm with y'all.
Shoot,
Like, he literally just called my phone.
Send him the link.
What's that?
I'm sending the Zoom link.
Hold on.
Oh, we hit the lotto today.
No, be doing that. My brother be doing that shit.
Calling in and don't pick up.
Yeah, I'm like, nigga, you just called me.
I put on speaker when he hit back. But
him like twice a day. I do that to Chris.
Man.
But no, so the thing that happened with Tony was before I started comedy, he was one of, if not my favorite comedian. I remember him. I first became aware of him from he was on Styles P album.
Mm.
Yeah.
He was doing he did 2 or 3 interludes on Styles P album.
Mm.
And then I seen the damn stuff, and then Mr. Box Office and so on and so forth. So I was a fan, and then he was at Tommy T's and sat, and I just went up there, and then he was just cool, like, and he's always the type that's like, you a comic? We do some time? Like, he's like that. Like, any young comic around, he gonna ask you if you want to do some time. And so that was how I started, and then it just kind of grew. Like, I was just around him more and more. And then my I used to run shows out here. Well, I still do, but I used to host like an open mic. And then he had his son in town who actually does comedy too in Detroit, and he was trying to find some stage time. And then so I got him with that, and it's just been a lot of little things, and just, you know, how relationships build. You used to be around somebody, you talk to somebody, then I start traveling with them, and you know, when you travel with somebody on the road, y'all just spend a lot of downtime together. You know, so yeah, it's great. But now, if you're saying, my bad. If you were asking me, did you ask me the importance of networking?
Yes.
Did you say that?
Yeah, that was a double part of the question.
I always ask.
Two-parter.
Tell me the importance of networking.
Yes, sir.
It's very important. It's very important.
Nah,
I mean, it's when like what y'all doing, right? It's like y'all doing a podcast now. It's 3 of y'all, so I'm sure y'all got tons of different opinions, tons of conversations y'all could have. But in order to grow it, you got to go outside of yourselves, because you got to reach out to people. It's not even about a bigger fan base, just a different fan base.
Facts.
Right?
Exactly.
If all of y'all if y'all didn't know each other and all of y'all had 5 fans, right? Now when y'all get together, now y'all can have 15.
Facts. Yes, sir.
You know, somebody else who got 5, that's just how it grows. I mean, everybody want to do stuff and like have it happen like that, but that's not how it happens for a lot of us. You gotta be willing to build it. And you know what the network does is allows you to build it better. And it's not just about this person has these people. It's like, nah, y'all might be building ideas together, right? Like me and Tony, we're shooting a documentary right now that's almost finished. We're writing 2 movies. As soon as that's done, it's just the collaborating with different creative minds, and you start to get things done that may be a little harder to do on your own.
Yes. Takes a dream, the old slogan, the cliche, teamwork made the dream work. What city are you in? What city are you in?
Right now?
Yes, sir.
Whatever city I want to be. I'm in front of a green screen.
Huh.
Pick where I'm.
Me too.
Go to Paris, go to Tokyo, Japan. Like, where you want him to be?
I'm in Sacramento.
You in San Fran, ain't you at?
Yeah. Gate, you know, I got on my Warriors gold. No, but I was asking to see if you were around any HBCUs. Like, I just crossed. I feel good. I gotta tell everybody. And you a star, so we need, like, D.L. Hughley just became a Q. So this is my pitch for you. Maybe you want to be an IOTA one day or something like that. But like, I know you're conscious though. Your comedy revolves around what's going on. So I was kind of gonna use that and a question about where you living. How is that impacting how you get your comedy off, and basically influencing it also. And I know you're a good dude. You get back to the community.
Okay, so first, I'm in Sacramento right now.
Okay.
I don't know if it's in the HBCUs. I was like, I'm not aware. So yeah, you know what's crazy is I never fully understood fraternities.
Mm-hmm.
It's not nothing special. I just never fully got it.
Right.
Like, cause we all know the things because I'm totally outside. I don't know anything about them other than the things that I see, right? So, like I've seen fights, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's no joke. I've seen fights happen between somebody and a Q or a alpha, right? And mid fight, one of their brothers told them to stop, so they had to stop.
Yeah.
There was like when your brother says something, then you just that's what it is. If he say stop like that, it's like a brotherhood from what I was told, like that deep.
Right.
A lot of like, because all I know is about is hazing and steps.
Yeah.
I'm outside. I don't know anything. You know what I mean? And
if you cross as an adult, it ain't no hazing, and it's kind of illegal nowadays. So it ain't no hazing.
Yeah, I wish I would carry a nigga backpack.
I know, right? Like, yeah, I ain't that type of. I'm 33, and I'm glad I waited. Maybe they make them young dudes do it, but
Right.
it ain't necessary. That's our slogan. Like, hazing ain't necessary, and I don't step either. I ain't dancing. I go to the club. I'm posted. Like, but so I ain't doing no steps. But it is good. Like, it's networking. We do community service, and then it's like being on a team again. We all grew up. Me and Chris grew up playing sports together. You see, he coached solo, so it kind of gives you that back and the network, and then it's a little prestige to it. I guess you get a little bit of that. It's the connections, really. Like,
So when you move this way, your green screen and then your shoulder be in the water. But it's never wet. That's gangster.
He dripping.
That's amazing. See how it goes, but he still stay dry. I'm a ghetto vet. You could bet that I could dance underwater and not get wet. That's all I do.
Old school.
Jesus Draper.
Oh no, but I got a question though.
One day, it's good though. But like, we definitely could use brothers like you to make more awareness to stuff like that.
I'm always down to be a part of stuff that helps.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Like they just had me doing some stuff this weekend, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to like, cause we feel like we're about to go down a deeper conversation, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
So it's like what's happening with Ice Cube right now, right?
Yeah.
And it's like I can't just say something. Y'all want to put me a part of something.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, if I say, look, bro, I don't like how so-and-so did that, then now you Republican. Like, wait a minute, bro, I just said I don't like that. Or I said I do like that, so now I'm a Democrat. That's not, like, I don't feel like, I feel like I'm too great to be put into a box.
I feel you.
Yeah. It's sense of the times too, man, when people want to put you in a certain category too, which isn't fair. You know what I'm saying? That's just how people thinking nowadays too.
Yeah, everybody want to. It's association thing. It's like I'm a Democrat, I'm Republican, I'm Independent, I'm Christian, I'm Baptist.
Yeah, I don't know how many times I got called a crazy liberal and a Trumper in the same day.
Yeah, that's because you had that MAGA hat on. That's the problem. Don't wear the hat. Giving up your identity.
Yeah, but I'm like, I can't be both, man. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? But I guess
that's how this world is now. And
yeah,
and people have these super strong opinions they willing to die for 3 minutes.
Facts.
And 3 minutes later, they don't care about what they just was infuriated about.
They forgot.
Mhm.
Oh,
You on the right
Yeah.
podcast. We are us three. We often come down to like right in the middle. We can never debate because we end up agreeing. Like, yeah, there's too many extremes. It's like too many. Like, I think that's what made me find you the WAP video. Your
okay.
WAP reenactment. That was
Yeah.
hilarious. Like everybody had an opinion on that, and it's just entertainment. You know,
Yeah.
that people attach their opinion to something, and you end up having to comment because they stuffed a dumb opinion down your throat too many times. Like, all right, now I gotta
Yeah.
say something.
It's amazing how everything becomes a think piece now.
Mhm.
And we think piece and stuff when the people who created it didn't even put that much thought into making it.
Exactly.
I mean, it's
Mm.
a very simple song. There's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house.
Fact.
Black for this wet ass pussy. Like we don't have to put that much. We know what that is.
Facts.
That's not.
That wet ass pussy is a metaphor for the way that America is maneuvering.
And all I see is them, I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, man. Like, because I be looking like it must be hard for people to live life because they overthink that much. Like, I
You
seen
should,
two
though.
women talking about wet ass pussy, and then they had dancers half naked, and y'all talking about anything other than that.
Right.
Watch the video, move on. It's not that deep.
Yeah. I'm like, I just like the video. Oh man, what's wrong with it?
No, I don't. Call me whatever you want to call me, but I don't go to Meg the Stallion and Cardi B for my consciousness.
Right. That's crazy. We were just talking about that too.
As I take a puff.
Yeah. You gotta yeah, you funny, man. I was wondering about what's your like recipe? Like you don't gotta give us the actual, but like how do you like your page gives me a basically down to earth, like take the think piece away and just laugh at what it is. Like what's your recipe? Like how you go into the day, like, okay, I'm just gonna be it's just being you. Well, we know that's the number one, but
Yeah, well, so how long you been doing this podcast?
oh, a year. This episode 24. So yeah, about 24, 6 months. We 6 months in.
Okay,
Mhm.
24 and 6 months. So what y'all doing? What's that?
Once a week?
Once a week.
Yes, sir. So
That's good. So what? So I was asking that because you understand about the burden of consistency.
yes, sir. Yes.
You know what I mean? So
Tough.
I just and I got to be better about it. There was a time when I was like, I try to post at least once a day, at least one video a day. But I probably need to up that to 2 or 3 a day to just But I think whenever you do that, quality's gonna drop. That's just the reality to me.
Facts.
So I can put out 10 videos a day. Don't expect them to be good because my focus is now quantity and not quality.
Yeah.
My goal was, like I said, my goal was to use social media as a tool to bring more awareness to my name, so y'all can come see me do stand up. Like that was my goal, and still is.
Mm-hmm.
And let that open up other doors. Let that open up the movie doors and all that kind of stuff. So I try to find stuff and I just try to talk about it because, see, I used to do sketches. You'd have to go back in my page. It was like I was doing sketches. We had like a whole sketch house. I used to go to LA to go to sketch house out there and shoot 6 videos a day and then post them strategically every time. But
Just start dropping them.
exactly.
Just start dropping them like mixtapes.
Yeah.
Have them ready to go.
So say if it was us four, this how the house would work. It would be like 40 people at the house, right? So it's like I got an idea, you got an idea, you got an idea, you got an idea. I got an idea. I go grab you and 4 other people. Okay, this is the sketch. And then you got an idea. You grab me and 3 people. Then you got an idea. You grab me, him, and like that. So by the end of the day, I shot 2 of my own videos, but I was in 4 other videos. So then we drop in every day. I can drop mine. I could drop the one I was in with you. I could drop another one of mine, and you do it like that. But the thing about those sketches is, it's just you got to get all those people on one accord. Everybody got to be available. Everybody got to have the time. And you know, so when I just grab my phone and talk into it, it's just me. All I got to do is go find something to talk about.
Facts.
So that's kind of the formula is more just finding things to talk about in a way that doesn't feel like corny to me. I don't want to be online think piecing. Like there's certain hot topics that I know to talk about, but if I can't find a way to talk about it for me, then I'd rather not. Like I said, I'll say anything on stage.
Yes.
But the internet is a whole I don't need y'all think piece in my you know.
I definitely understand. I kind of understand. Like I started off as a journalist, just want to write for sports. Then it was like nobody read no more. We gotta get on camera. And now we radio hosts, or basically. Yeah. So it's like we gonna skip this one, guys, because it's too controversial. We gonna we was laughing at Trump, and we realized like, man, this shit serious as fuck. We like everybody like we don't think this shit funny. Excuse us. We had to like, man, let's just not talk about it next week. So I can understand that.
Yeah, you got to pick and choose because everything comes with something, right? So if you want to be the dude who, you know, if you want to be the sports guys who don't give a shit, I'm gonna talk about everything. There's gonna be an audience of people who like, yes, we love it that you keep it real. You ain't afraid. Talk about it's gonna be another audience that I don't want to hear that with my sports. You know,
exactly.
Just like when I'm doing comedy, like I said, y'all gotta see me. When I say I talk about anything on stage, as long as I'm like I talk about politics, anything, race, religion, sexuality, all of that. I'm not really gonna be online talking about like too much like transgender or like because those lies, unless it's quick, but like jokes and stuff, like the room for jokes online is really weird. It's a strange space. On stage, y'all bought a ticket. Y'all don't fuck with y'all. Y'all just be offended. I didn't act. Y'all, you shouldn't have came, nigga.
Facts. Yeah.
Got paid for the attempt.
It's already paid for.
Yeah.
Oh, but with a question about that with the stand up, because that's what I've been wanting to ask is, can you tell us about the first time you went on stage, and then the best time when you went on stage, like when you felt like you killed it, like so the first time and then the best.
The best time is gonna be too hard because I'm so good. Miss my cigarette. I remember my first time. So there's 2, I guess, first times. My first time in my church was one thing, and then my first time at an actual comedy club was something else. So I wasn't really like I didn't really talk a lot. Like, you know, I'm you know, I feel like we where y'all from?
I'm from Ohio.
Ohio?
Yes, sir.
Well, I feel like y'all talk about hoop and shit. Like, yeah, I just feel like we just all the same kind of niggerish guys, right?
Yes, sir.
Lack of a better word. I mean, I would never wear that.
Lack of a better term.
But no. So like I didn't grow up like, hey guys, hey, like I wasn't like that. Like I wasn't, you know. So when I was gonna do the thing in my church, I used to be at the crib imitating my pastor just in front of my mom and my sister, just laughing. And my mom is my mom used to organize the like church anniversary events.
Mm.
She was like, I'm gonna have you do that at the anniversary. I'm like, fuck you not. Like, no. Like, I
First
wasn't.
off,
Yeah, I ain't even talk much at church. And the crazy part was I wear contacts. My vision was terrible, right? But I never used to like to wear glasses. I would put my glasses on and I put my glasses on to see what I need to see and then put them back off.
Mm-hmm.
I go to the restaurant and get the menu. Yeah, let me get that and take the glasses. I'm not gonna sit here with glasses on. I'm not gonna keep doing this in front of the bitches. Are you crazy? So glasses is cool now, but at the time it's like
all day.
oh, yeah, and then keep doing this and so
Facts.
so she called me. They called me like coming up next. Oh, that was the thing about the glasses. I used to always try to be behind the scenes. That was my thing. I knew I was destined for something, but I just didn't want to walk in it. I was I don't know, afraid of that purpose or afraid to really be what I was supposed to be. You know, being afraid to be great is a real thing for people.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, people have a fear of success just as much as a fear of failure.
Facts.
Oh shit, what if this work? You think you want that, but it makes you nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, you know, we got all kind of PTSD, and we have to come into the knowledge that we are worthy of certain things and all that kind of stuff. So I go on stage. Oh, that's what I was saying. So I used to wear the glasses. I used to try to be behind the scenes. I used to do the sound at my church. Like I used to be the one like adjusting the microphones and they're up there singing glory, and they like I'm like turning the thing up. So I used to be in the back, and like I said, I couldn't see. I couldn't see really well.
Mm-hmm.
So my pastor would be up there preaching, and he'd be like, "Turn me up." He'd be doing this, and I'm in the back like, "You're right. I am doing a good job. I'm trying." He's like, "No," and I'm like, "Yeah."
I got the thumbs up, man. Thank you again.
You gave me the double thumbs up.
Yeah. Was that a middle finger? I mean, I guess I'm feeling it that much. I'm fucking it up. So, so then fast forward to the anniversary thing. So then they called me to the stage. It was like, next coming is Brother Lance. Well, I don't know what he's gonna do. So I do this thing where I'm imitating my pastor, and it's like spot on. And I just remember everybody laughing so crazy. Like I'm talking about my pastor's in the front row. He got real tears coming down his face. These people running like they can't control themselves. And it was like a dope feeling, but I still wasn't thinking I'm gonna be a comedian. I was just like, oh, that was fun. Good times. And then I was like doing things at the church a few more times. Like whenever it was an anniversary or something, they would ask me to host it or I'd do stuff like that. So then fast forward is when I first time at a comedy club, June 2nd, 2010. And I went to the Punchline. And see, the interesting thing about this was I didn't know how none of this stuff worked. So I go to the club. I look online. It said the show started at 8:00. It's a showcase. I was like, all right, bet. So I show up at, they say show start at 8, doors open at 7. I'm there at 6:50.
Think you early.
It's me. The girl at the front was like, can you come back in 10 minutes when the doors open? I'll be right back. So I come back, 7:00 on the dot. I'm back, baby. I said, what do I sign up to do the show tonight? She said, talk to Abe, who was the manager. Now I'm telling you, I've told everybody I know. This was before, I don't even think Instagram was a thing in 2010.
No,
I wasn't begging like that.
Yeah, I think it was all Facebook basically.
Facebook and
was
Twitter.
gonna come up.
Yep.
So I had like friends on Facebook, but not I ain't have just the people I knew. I didn't have like a following or no shit like that. So I told everybody I knew just from my family, my friends, niggas at the gym, and I'm I'm jumping off the porch. I'm gonna be at the club June 2nd. Come check
Come
me
check
out,
me
baby.
out.
So, everybody at my job. So I talked to him. He like, who are you? I said, I'm Lance Woods, baby.
And you ain't know?
He said, I'm
You
not,
ain't know?
he said, I'm not putting you on stage. What? So I left. And nigga, I left. And I was like, had like this sad, like walk of shame to the car. I'm like, well, I guess that's it. I'm like, wait, I can't leave. I told 100 people I was gonna be here.
Oh shit.
So I walked back up to the club. I walked back up to the, cause it's like you gotta go downstairs. I walk back upstairs. I'm like, I can't. Nah, bro. Like we gotta figure this out. He's like, he's like, that's not how it works. And he would say stuff and then just walk off for 10 minutes. Like everybody think they funny till they bomb. And then what? And they just walk off. I'm like, what happens after